guys? Paul here from PABrewNews. Got another beer. What do we have here today? Okay. Hazy Galaxy India Pale Ale from Desperate Times Brewing Company from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We were actually at Desperate Times this weekend over in Carlisle and had a great time. We had she had 2 beers. She had two oatmeal stouts. We actually had that beer. We took it home and drank it, which was nice. No review for that one, but it was a very nice oatmeal stout. I think it was called Honest Lawbreaker oatmeal stout. It was very, very good. It was very solid oatmeal stout. So we had 3 beers there. I had 3 beers. She had 2 beers. We had the brie, the pretzel, the German sausage platter, and a German dry sausage. And what else did we have? We added to that. I'm trying to think. That came with a nice bread and stuff too, but very good food. Good food. We, say 5 beers, and then all this food that we bought, like, it was kind of fun. We just kind of bought a bunch of food and ate it and stuff. It was like $80 by the end of it, with tips and stuff like that. But honestly, I had a great time doing it. Oh, and that 4-pack that we took, that's part of this, was in the $80. So honestly, quite a lot of beer, quite a lot of food, good price, not a crowded place, looks like an old diner in Carlisle. Definitely worth a go. Definitely worth a go back for me for sure. Anyway, that's my Desperate Time story. So let's get into that. Desperate Times calls for desperate measures. Let's do this. So the Desperate Times Brewery Hazy Galaxy India Pale Ale, Hazy India Pale Ale, and of course Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Time to toss back a couple. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You all know the song, and I have no idea what the ABV is, but it is what it is. 6.4 alcohol by volume, and now I know. Let's crack it open and get it into the Cunningham Brewing Company glass. Look at that. Doesn't pour like a hazy time. That's funny. It's kind of funny. It's not really pouring hazy. Let me just stir it up a little bit. Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up, Buttercup. Looks like this. Looks like a proper beer. Not hazy at all. Stir it up a little bit. Let's see if we got anything else going on here. That is not hazy in the slightest. Am I complaining? No, I'm not. However, if I wanted a haze, I'd probably be complaining. Let's be honest. So, but look at that clear-ass beer. That is amazingly clear. I mean, you can't deny the clarity of that beer. So let's try it. Let's try it. Nice muted amber. A very soft muted amber, almost like a darker honey tonality. Crystallized honey kind of tonality. It looks pretty damn nice, honestly. Let's get into it. Cheers. Okay, there's soft floral tonalities, a little bit of a nice grapefruit, almost like an orange peel vibe walking through here. Little brown bread. Like a white bread crust. Like almost a honey wheat white bread crust. There's a sweetness coming from this beer. It's nice. Well, let's get into it. Cheers. Maybe it's like an oaty sweetness. An oaty tortified wheat sweetness would make sense being in a hazy. There's not a lot of haze going on right here. Yeah. It definitely tastes like a kind of like a wheat oat base with some nice cereal grains in the back. It's crazy it's not hazy. It is not even slightly hazy. Not even slightly hazy, but very tasty. It's not hazy at all. A lot of nice there's that kind of like, again, toasted honey wheat tonality. Bread crust, nice fresh baked bread. And that with that bread crust, you have a little bit of cereal grain sweetness. You have a little bit of that kind of oat sweetness mixed in there. I won't say there's a lot of oat in here, but you get that toasted oat vibe. mixing all in there. It's nice, a little bit, even almost like a burnt caramel a little bit. A lot of nice little grapefruit wafting piffiness, mixing with a little bit of an earthiness as well in the back. This would have been a hard one if it was blind, a blind taste test. Hazy India Pale Ale would have not been any of those words I used. This tastes like a nice pale ale. Almost like a more muted English style pale ale, more darker style pale ale. It's actually quite nice for what it is. I just don't think it's very like to style, you know what I mean? So it's one of those ones. I'm using my hands a lot, I can just tell you right now. Oh. Here's the other thing is 40 IBUs. It doesn't sound like a lot, but for most haze bros, double IPAs, they want like zero hop bitterness. You know, they want juice and, you know, all that stuff, but no bitterness. You know what I mean? That's kind of like the whole point behind a lot of this haze craze, like the New England style. It's supposed to be tons of lactose, tons of oat sweetness, lots of haze, super huge, bombastic fruit bowl tonalities, zero bitterness. You know how many actual beers I've had that fit that category? Like 3. So a lot of people really need to stop using the New England style IPA fucking tag because they're not even close to that. But anyway. I have no problem with this beer at all. I think it's really nice. Whoop, a little bit spilled out. Happens. This is a nice beer. It's a nice, easy drinking beer. Nice cereal grain, nice toasted brown, nice little bit of caramel, nice assertive but yet balanced grapefruit, earthy floral tonalities, pepperiness. Especially the back end, when that really cereal grain really comes to the forefront. My problem is, as a hazy IPA, it's not good. You know what I mean? So I don't do style on this thing so much, but I'm going to take it to play a little bit. I'm just going to give this a 7 overall. Don't know why it's not hazy, but still, I'm still going to give it a 7 because it's going to bump up from enjoyability. I'm going to knock it back up to that 7 because style-wise, it's not really a hazy IPA. I'm bumping it back up to a 7 for enjoyability. I really like it. Go Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that thing. Here it comes.